You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made, Bostonian flow, I kick it back there. Yeah, I got game, got in a fan way. We the city of the champs, every sport we play. Spit wetter than the harbor, yeah, I'm flowing like the Charles. I be speeding on this beat, call it Turnpike Miles. Yeah, it's Boo signing on.
Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Once a Week. I'm Billy Giannouloudis, and if you haven't been checking into the recent messages, you guys are in for a treat today. We've been having more guests on the show to share their messages on what impacted their life and how they can impact yours. And today, we have someone on the show that I've known since high school, and I've been able to watch from an outside looking in on how she has taken massive steps in her life to create an impact for herself and carry that over to create an impact for others. Guys, today we have Leah Drew on the show, who is just changing people's lives. Leah, welcome.
Thank you. It's really great to be here.
Yeah. I'm so glad you were able to do it, because the impact you've had on people's lives is just astounding. And your life has gone in so many different directions. You've done pain management, you've done rehab, you've created just your own entrepreneurial base. So let's dive into that. What sparked you to just pursue your own route?
That's a loaded question. That's a loaded question. There's been a lot of things that have sparked this. I guess let's first touch kind of on like what I do and who I am.
Of course.
So I am a pain management specialist and a movement specialist. My background is through massage therapy and personal training, but I have learned under some really incredible doctors, physical therapists. So my foundation is very rehab based.
Okay.
Can I do weight loss training? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's functional for me. And functional is kind of the word that travels through my life now.
Okay.
And so what I do is I work a lot with clients that haven't found results elsewhere.
Okay.
And there's a lot that goes into a session with a client. But I work with their muscles, I work with their movement, I work with their emotions, I work with their mindset, something you're very familiar with as well. There's a lot that goes into helping someone get better and helping someone decrease their pain.
Definitely.
And so there is a lot that kind of sparked me getting to where I am and getting into this. Originally, growing up, I wanted to be a doctor or nurse, someone that helped other people.
Help people, exactly.
I always knew that. I always wanted to help others. And
exactly.
It started to evolve through high school, exactly what I wanted to do. When, I don't know how many people actually know this, but when I was a senior in high school, I found out I had a pancreatic tumor the size of an orange.
Really? Okay.
And needed to have that removed. Thankfully, it was benign, and I was cancer-free, which was amazing.
Yeah.
But I had no rehab.
Gotcha.
And nobody recommended I go to physical therapy. Nobody recommended going to rehab.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I had a major incision down my abdomen. I have almost a 6-inch scar from my belly button up to my sternum.
Okay.
And I just jumped in the pool and started rehabbing myself.
Yeah.
Which was probably the best thing I could have done.
Exactly.
But that really started opening my eyes to, one, what I wanted to do was really focus on rehab. And two, really opened my eyes to the fact that there is something missing here. We're not giving people the help that they need. You know, for example, after a woman has a C-section or a baby, she's not normally given physical therapy. She's not taught how to strengthen her core. She's not taught how to improve herself to live a life without pain.
Okay.
And to live a better life, healthier, happier lifestyle, right?
Exactly.
So there was a lot of things that led into this.
That's incredible.
But now I really kind of see myself as a teacher. That's a lot of what I do. Not only do I teach my clients, but I also teach students. I teach something called ANF, Amino Neuro Frequency Therapy, which is the discs I have here on my body.
Got a few right here too.
Brought you some to try out today.
Exactly, yeah.
And these are a big part of my practice, and it's a big part of what I do and what I believe. It is energy healing. There's no toxins, there's no chemicals, there's nothing in these discs. But what they do is they help retrain your system how to function better and how to function without pain, how to function more relaxed, and really improve any issue that you're experiencing naturally.
Yeah.
Which is the best part about it.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, the pain management aspect, guys, this goes so much deeper than, as much as Leah dives into it. This goes so much deeper. She's been able to help people on such a scale. And what you were telling me earlier, you're the youngest person in the world to take this to the level that it's going to right now.
Yeah.
The youngest person in the world to do this. And she's helping people in astounding ways. And personally, like you touched on, people in high school didn't know this about you. I didn't know that you had the tumor.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that at all. And so to see how that was such a pivotal piece of your story, some people, they could check out from that. You just, all right, they got rid of it. And then that's when things started to move for you. Because you looked at it from a different light. Some people all right, no physical therapy? Cool. You looked at it like, wait, why? You asked that $1 million question, why isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't there pain therapy for this? Why isn't there rehab for this? And that sparked everything.
Everything.
I didn't know that. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a pivotal piece right there.
Yeah, and there was, in my opinion, knowing what I know now, I do believe that there's a lot that went into the development of that tumor. Personally, I do believe that the HPV vaccine had a part to do with that.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a conversation, a topic for a whole nother time.
Yeah.
But I do believe that had a part to play,
Okay.
and the emotional piece also played a part. So a big part of what I've been learning over the last, I would definitely say specifically year, is how much emotions really impact the body.
Yeah.
Not just
definitely.
impact your mindset, but impact your physical body as well. Because emotions and any type of emotional pain, to be honest with you, any type of feeling, they'll manifest. And they will cause injury, they will cause inflammation. And I believe that they have a role to play in the creation and the growth of tumors.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%. And that's something I've been diving into as well over the past year in my own ways. And I've been coming to learn about, elevated emotions, to elevate your state. When if you can focus that on where your pain is, it starts to disperse it. You've probably taken that even deeper than I have. And your emotions do play such a factor. A lot of people start to believe that in the world, it's just the physical aspect. The ego could take over. It's just all you doing your thing. But when you have a pivotal moment in your life, it could have been you with cancer, or could have been, some painful moment that we've all gone through. But you start to realize that it's not just the physical aspects. Your emotions play such a pivotal role in your health, in your life, in the life of others around you as well, because your emotions are such a factor. And they go hand in hand with the physical aspect, the mental aspect in such a way, and the spiritual aspect when you dive very deep into things. But your emotions are such a factor.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Big time. And I was definitely a very emotional child. I went through a pretty traumatic childhood. My parents put me through a very rough divorce and unfortunately put me in the middle of it. But I have gone to a place where I've been able to forgive my parents. I have improved my relationship with my parents, which, to be honest, improving my relationships with everyone in my life have been a big part of what has driven me forward and gotten me to where I am.
That's awesome.
I believe that you need to improve the relationship with yourself and all the people around you that have hurt you, that you feel maybe you've hurt them. Those relationships that are not 100% are really the ones that, by focusing on, actually help you grow as the individual.
Yeah, okay, I get that. That's incredible. And just the forgiveness aspect of those relationships, it takes such a weight off of your shoulders.
Yes, it does.
It heals those emotions, not necessarily negative emotions, but it heals those emotions that could be linked to those things. And something that we've touched on before that I think is such a powerful piece to what's driven you to create such success is you've been through these incredible situations. And one, you didn't let them stop you. But two, they carry with them an emotional piece, which we just touched on. These emotions, anger, it could be a bitter aspect, it could be an ego aspect, whatever you want to call it. You were able to take a step back, forgive it, and just move forward. But you didn't, in a way, you didn't let it go, you twisted it. You turned it and you used it.
Yep.
So what I'm trying to say to you guys is she took frustration from just being involved in these moments. She doesn't hate these people. She's in these moments, she doesn't hate them, she can forgive them, she can, all right, it's off my shoulders. But she's got all this. She's got it off her shoulders, she's got this energy, so she directed that towards her goals. And that created a fire in you, a spark in you, and a drive in you that is creating leaps and bounds for your entrepreneurial aspect.
For sure.
But everything you're using to help people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, I take that energy and I make sure it's positive energy, and I use that to drive myself forward, and I don't look back. I am very open to change. I'm very open to being wrong. I like to be wrong because that shows me that I'm learning.
Exactly. That's something that takes a lot of people to take a step back from.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yes, being wrong helps you learn.
Yeah.
So please be open to being wrong. It will benefit you in more ways than you can even count.
Yeah, exactly. And guys, Leah, she teaches this pain management, this rehab aspect, everything she just went over. And she even goes so much deeper to it as well. Like, Leah, you have had a bodybuilding aspect.
Yes.
I remember being in the gym and wondering who the girl was on the other end of the gym, just clanging and banging, just destroying the gym. And when I got closer, I'm like, that's Leah. And she just annihilated the place. Now, the bodybuilding career that you had, that wasn't the route for you.
Definitely wasn't the route for me.
Yeah.
And there was actually, over the years, a lot of anger that built up through the way I was training.
Okay.
And in my opinion, there's a difference between lifting heavy as hell and lifting functionally and for a reason and for a goal.
Yeah.
There's different emotions that are associated with both of those, right? Think about the emotion that you feel when you go for 300 or 350 pound deadlift, right? Something absurd, right?
Yeah.
You feel really powerful, but like fierce and fired up, and maybe some anger, but it's a different emotion than if you're sitting there and let's say you're doing 25 kettlebell swings.
Yeah.
Two totally different
Exactly.
emotions.
It's true.
You know what's more functional? The 25 kettlebell swings.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how that functional movement can be matched with two completely different emotions.
Yeah.
But there was definitely a lot that kind of ties into the whole fitness thing for me, because I think that, especially as a woman, you know, we go through high school and we all go through, not just women, men as well. I think that we all go through the body challenges of growing up.
100%.
And I will definitely say I didn't love my body in high school. And when I got into college, I instantly became the quote-unquote cardio bunny. Like, that's where my life went, as I'm sure a lot of women can relate to. That's what we think. Oh, cardio is going to help us lose weight. It's going to help us look good. In reality, cardio revs up your nervous system. Like, cardio revs you up.
Yeah.
And lifting weight is really where you're going to experience the fat burn. And really tone up the body the way that you want to.
100%.
So in college, I started as that cardio bunny, and I realized, okay, I want to start shifting this. And I started lifting weights, and that's where you kind of started to notice that I was really going hard in the weights. I was lifting really hard. But I was lifting hard for the wrong reasons, because I was lifting hard thinking it's going to make my body look really good, so it was going to make me feel really good up here.
Gotcha.
And I actually found the complete opposite.
Okay, yeah.
So I decided halfway through college that I wanted to do this bodybuilding show. I was seeing all these girls on Instagram, you know, these really toned bodies, really nice booties, like looking good, right?
Exactly.
I was like, okay, I want that.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So I started lifting really heavy. And not functionally.
Okay.
Keep in mind, I did have a major abdominal surgery, right?
Yeah.
A couple of years prior. So while I'm lifting and doing all this training for this bodybuilding show, I realized that my mindset had gone completely out the window.
Okay.
Wasn't focusing on it. I wasn't focusing on my energy. I wasn't focusing on my chi. I wasn't focusing on grounding, or my emotional state in any way, shape, or form. There were a lot of really traumatic experiences emotionally that I had through college. And my bodybuilding show was right after college.
Gotcha.
It was the summer that college ended. Actually, it was the fall right after college had ended.
Yeah.
And I felt really good because my body looked really good.
Okay.
And I didn't feel really good inside my own mind.
Gotcha.
So I went through the bodybuilding show, and it was a really horrible experience for me. Granted, I know a lot of people that have great experiences going through these.
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to do really well. I was working with a coach, and I didn't realize how much power I had given up from my own self until the week of the show.
Okay.
Because I was working with this coach and I was not doing well. I was emaciated. I was not eating nearly enough calories. I was fainting, walking to the bathroom
Really? Yeah.
from my bed.
Okay.
And I would say to my coach, this isn't right. There's something wrong. And he said to me, no, this is the way it's supposed to be.
Okay.
And it was not.
Yeah.
That is not how you're supposed to be. That is not how you're supposed to feel. You need to function as a human being.
Yeah.
And if your body is responding like that, it's showing you that inside there's something wrong.
Yeah.
And it needs to be changed.
Yeah.
So I did the show. I ended up gaining some weight the week of the show because I started to reverse because my body needed calories. It started holding on to everything. I was sick.
Yeah.
And I didn't do as well at the show as I wanted to.
Okay.
I didn't place, and I walked out of there very low that night.
Gotcha.
Not because I didn't place. I think that had something to do with it, but mostly because I felt like the last year of my life had been spent working for something to find out wasn't enough for somebody else.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I stepped on that
Gotcha.
stage,
Wow.
and
That's
these
a tough
judges
one.
looked at me, and they judged me, and they pretty much told me that you're not good enough.
Gotcha.
And that's where things changed for me.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I don't want to be good enough for anyone in this life other than me.
Okay.
And if I'm good enough for me, then
Yeah.
that's good enough.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Yeah.
And if you're living your life to fulfill the goals or the
What other people set out there.
other people's beliefs,
Yeah.
you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
You're doing it totally wrong.
Yeah.
So I left that show, and I actually ended up spiraling into a really, really deep depression
Okay.
for a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
One was nutritional,
Yep.
because your gut is your second brain. And if you're not giving your gut good, healthy food, you can't expect to think well, to feel well, or to be happy.
It's true. It's very true.
So I spiraled into this really bad depression, and it wasn't until I had gone away to Canada
Okay.
that I realized how bad things were. I was sitting in an apartment, a hotel room,
Yeah.
and I had this bag of junk food,
Gotcha.
and I could not stop eating it.
Okay.
I wanted to go to the gym, but every time I would go, I would get really angry, and I'd have to walk out.
Okay.
Holding those emotions
Yeah.
that I had started to develop over the last couple of months through the show, working with the coach, being in the gym, and failing, but
Yeah.
failing for someone else and to someone else's standards, not to my own.
Yeah.
And I really realized that I needed to change something. So I took that bag of candy, I walked outside, and I handed it to a homeless man.
Did you? Yeah. Okay. That's awesome.
And that was what changed everything for me.
Yeah. You took a stand.
I took a stand.
Exactly.
I said, I'm done, and I'm going to start living for me now.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah.
So since then, I started really opening my mind. I started healing myself in a lot of ways. First of all, I started eating healthy foods.
Yeah.
None of the food I was eating during that prep was organic, so I'm getting a lot of hormones. You know,
Gotcha.
what's the something farms?
No.
Not Normandy Farms. There's it's a brand of like dressings and salad
Gotcha,
dressings
okay.
for bodybuilders.
Gotcha.
That are filled with toxins and chemicals that were not helping my gut in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So I started changing the way I was eating, which started drastically changing a lot about my mindset.
Nice.
At that time, I started using CBD and medicinal marijuana. It was legal here at the time. It is, well, it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I medically was allowed to use it.
Yeah.
And I started using it in the right ways to help my body get healthy.
Okay.
Can you abuse medical marijuana? Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
But there's a difference, I believe, in properly using and abusing something.
Yeah.
And that goes for anything.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, that goes for
100%.
food, that goes for relationships,
Oh yeah.
exercise,
Yeah. Exactly.
marijuana.
Yeah.
Right?
I get you.
So I started to heal myself, started going to therapy. I do personally believe that every single person on this earth needs a therapist.
Okay.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
And when you find the right therapist, they're not there to tell you how to fix yourself. They're there to help you fix yourself
Yeah.
and help you help yourself and make the changes in your life
Exactly.
that you see fit for you.
Yeah.
They're just a guide there
Yeah.
to help you along the way.
Exactly.
Kind of like a coach we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
I believe every coach
Yep.
needs a coach.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing. Your therapist is just a coach for your mental health.
Yeah, 100%. I agree to that. Yeah, and that, pivotal points that sticks out for me with that is, like you said, therapist helps you with you. Now, you're the one doing the work. Therapist just like kind of guides you.
Mm-hmm.
Coach with coach, same thing, guiding you to another level. The bodybuilding aspect with you got you to a point where you said, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm taking a stand for me. I'm going to be who I want to be and not what the world wants me to be.
Correct.
When you can step out from that light, where you're not letting the world's beliefs, the worldly aspect tell Leah, this is what Leah's supposed to be. She said, no, I know who I am. I'm going to figure out who I am. I'm going to become who I want to be. And she's doing it.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. So after that whole experience, I ended up getting a job working for a gym, a local gym, and loved it. I loved my job. I loved working for this gym. I met some amazing people.
Yeah.
And I trained very differently.
Yeah.
I was kind of that post-rehab trainer. I would always get the clients coming out of PT, and I would help them a lot because I taught them how to take control over their body,
Yeah.
take control over their movement, and feel good. It wasn't about lifting like a beast. It was about moving to feel good.
Yeah.
Functional movement.
Exactly.
I ended up terminated from this position.
Okay.
And it was for reasons that I didn't agree with, but I was given an ultimatum and I turned it down because I didn't feel as though it was rational.
Okay.
And so I ended up losing the job.
Okay.
And that was ground zero for me. And that was when I realized that the work that I was doing on myself had to start to meet with the work that I was doing for other people.
Okay.
And that was the moment that I realized that I needed to start working for myself.
Yeah.
And I haven't looked back.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
have worked for other people, but only like teaching cycle classes for
Okay.
gyms, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's the only income I've made from someone else.
Gotcha.
And this was back in the beginning of 2017.
Gotcha.
So it's been 2.5 years now that I've completely been on my own working for myself,
Yeah.
surviving.
Yeah.
I'm above water.
Yeah.
I'm not underneath, which is a good thing.
Exactly.
But a lot of those experiences with fitness and understanding how much the mind and the body need to be interconnected, that's really what fueled me to create my business.
Yeah.
And help other people.
Yeah.
And empower them to want to help themselves. And that's the
Yeah.
biggest thing for me is I want to
Exactly.
empower people to take a stand and to take control over their decision making and their life and their health and their feelings of pain. Because I think that something we had touched on earlier too is that I feel that this society raises us to take the control away from us.
Yeah.
They raise us to believe that we have to do A and have to feel B and have to listen to C,
Yeah.
when in reality, they're teaching us to take a step away from our inner self and our inner body.
Yeah.
And so I try to retrain my clients that you are in control.
Yeah.
You're in control of your mind, you're in control of your body, and you're in
Exactly.
control of every single thing that happens to you in your life.
Exactly.
Whether you can control the situation, not always, but you can control the way you respond and react to it.
Exactly.
And experience is everything. So taking those negative experiences that might happen to you, have a positive reaction to it.
Exactly.
And having that positive reaction is what's going to allow these positive things to start happening to you.
Yeah.
People talk about manifesting, and I'm sure that a lot of people probably think that that's like voodoo and like
Out
weird
there,
stuff out in the
yeah.
universe, right? It is totally out there, but it's totally true. You meditate, and you meditate every day on that one goal, right? Let's say you have a goal. Let's say you want to start a business, right? And you meditate every single day on that goal.
Yep.
What do you want to do? How do you want to do it?
Yep.
You can do it,
Yeah.
but if you meditate on that every day and you think about that day in and day out,
Yeah.
you will manifest that.
Exactly.
Anything you want, anything you desire, anything you want to feel,
Yep.
if you put it out to the universe, it will always come back to you.
Yeah. I agree with that. And like kind of like you said, like you can't control the situation, but you can control how you respond. And when Leah just went over her entire story with us, guys, I want you to understand this. Maybe you've seen this picture out there in the world. The road to success isn't a straight line. It's every which way possible. And when Leah just
circles, goes backwards a little bit.
Everything. And what Leah just went over for us is her story started here, and then it went here, up, down, over here, other way, and then now she's finding out who she is, which is now catapulting it up.
Yep.
Will there be ups? Of course. Will there be downs? Of course.
Absolutely.
But will she reach who she wants to be and reach the level she's pursuing? Yes, because she's putting the effort in, she's taking action on it, and she has the right mindset.
I want it.
Exactly.
And if you don't want it and you're not working for it, you cannot expect to get it.
Yeah.
And I think that really ties into the whole pain management aspect for me, because my clients, a lot of people that I see, I'm part of a lot of groups online with lower back pain, sciatica, all these things, and people want a quick fix.
Yeah.
They want that, help me right now, I'm in severe pain, get me out now.
Yeah.
Well, how long did it take you to get to that place? How many years, how many months, how many weeks did it take you to start realizing, oh, I'm having pain? Yeah. How many times did you ignore that pain, right?
Yeah.
And now look where you're at. And I think that people jump to doctors that are saying, oh, there's a cortisone shot, there's this, okay, surgery, right?
Yeah.
There's all these things that they're recommending, but they're not recommending that these clients start taking action and responsibility for their own pain in their own body, right? So a lot of things that I ask clients that immediately come in with lower back pain, one of my first questions is, how often do you get massages? And how often do you massage yourself, right? Think about how many steps you take every single day. Think about how much we use our calves every single day.
Yeah.
If you're not doing even something small like massaging your calves with a lacrosse ball, yet expecting that you're going to have pain relief, we've got to have some self-care in here somewhere.
Yeah, it doesn't connect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that empowering people to learn how to take responsibility for their own body, their own mind, their own goals, their own ambitions, whatever that is.
Yeah.
That's what's going to create the change in that human.
Yeah, exactly. Walk with the empowerment. Leah walks with empowerment. That's just, she wants it, like she says. You have that same empowerment too with your own life. And when you can take control of everything Leah just laid out for us, a mindset aspect, yes, but an emotional aspect, which carries over into the physical aspect, and you do that by taking steps. And I was just going to ask you what steps you can give them, like you've laid for us, the food that you eat.
Yep.
Actually doing self-care, like your calves, like you just touched on, the mindset you have, journaling, like you touched on.
Journaling and meditating are huge.
Right?
Huge, huge, huge. You need to do that every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, exactly. These are all steps you guys can take now to improve your life, to improve pain management. Yes, you can talk to Leah instantly. I'm going to tell you at the end of this video where you can contact her. But you can improve your life now in so many ways to create an impact in your life, which in turn radiates and impacts others' lives, like Leah has proven to us today.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and these steps are things that everybody can do. That's the thing. It's just about making
at our
the
fingertips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just about making the time to do it.
Exactly.
And people get so lost and so caught up with what's happening in life, and they forget about themselves. And then at the end of the day, they're sitting there and they're going, crap.
Yeah.
What did I do for me today?
Exactly.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
You know when I do my me time?
When?
In the morning.
Yeah.
Before I do anything else in my day.
Yeah,
I wake
start
up,
your day.
I meditate, I drink my celery juice.
Okay.
Highly recommend celery juice. Has drastically changed my life.
There you go.
I know that people think that this whole fad of like juicing is a thing. It's definitely a fad, but the health benefits are amazing.
Works. Yeah, okay.
So I wake up, I meditate. The first thing I do in the morning, I drink my celery juice. I do my journaling. So with my journaling, I start with 3 to 5 things I'm grateful for.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I do my goals for the day.
Yeah.
People that I want to contact or reach out to.
Okay.
And then the last one that I find really, really important.
Yeah.
Yesterday's wins.
Nice.
What did you do yesterday that was a win?
That's awesome.
Because I think that we can forget so easily about the little things that we've done
Yeah.
that are helping us.
Yeah.
Whether that is you read 10 pages out of a book.
Yeah.
Whether that's you meditated yesterday for the first time.
Yeah.
Whether that is you saw your friend, met up with your friend for an hour over lunch. Like, these are all wins, things that you did.
Exactly.
And when you can start seeing these wins,
Yeah.
they empower you.
Exactly.
Literally,
so true. I try to tell everyone, it's like everyone looks at that as such a baby step, taking the time out of your day. And people are like, oh, it's a baby step, I don't have to do it. But it's so true, and Leah, I think you can attest to this. The baby steps you take in your life now, at whatever age you are, end up being the giant steps that you took when you're at the level you want to reach.
Yep.
You start your day in the exact daily plan you just laid out there for us. That, to you, creates the empowerment, creates the impact that you're going to have throughout the day. So when you reach the level that you're pursuing right now, looking back, you're going to have so many accomplishments, but where does that actually start?
And one of the best things about looking back through this journal is that you act like you empower yourself. When you can go back and see all the things that you accomplished, maybe the things that you used to be feeling, and compare it to what you're feeling now and what you're doing now, you're seeing the physical growth. You're seeing the growth that you have made yourself.
Exactly.
And what's more driving than that?
Yeah, exactly.
Or inspiring.
Yeah, you're putting the time in.
Yep.
And
you're doing the work.
Exactly. And something Leah and I touched on before filming today, the time you take on yourself. Leah went over her entire story with us. Most of her story, whatever it is, she went over the time she took to just say, you know what, this isn't me. It took her time to figure that out. That wasn't something she just did right away. Now, the impact she has in her life, pursuing what she wants to pursue, pursuing who she is, creating things in her life, impacting others' lives out of all the time she took to sit there and figure out who I am, what do I want to do, where am I going? And she does it every day. She goes over these goals in her head because she took the time. Guys, we're telling you, don't get to a point in your life where you have regret over the fact that you aren't who you want to be or you didn't do what you want to do. Take the time now. After this video, just do it. Grab a journal like Leah's been telling us and just go for it. Take time after this and actually figure out who you are and what you want to do. And that, to me, is going to impact your life in such a way. And if it hasn't yet, look at Leah. Because she walks in that every day. It's incredible. It's astounding to come across. It is.
And I think that people, not only are they hesitant to change, but I think a lot of people feel as though they can't change.
Okay.
And that's so not true, because whoever you are right now, whatever you're doing, you always have the capacity to change. You have to want to change, and you have to put the effort in to make those changes in your life. Whether you are 10 years old, whether you're 18 years old, whether you're 30, whether you're 70 years old, you always have the power to change. Always. You can do it. Yeah. You just have to want to do it.
Exactly.
There's 2 books in particular that really changed my life, kind of given what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, exactly.
The first one really helped me understand what my passion is, what my purpose is, and how to start leading my life towards that direction. Yeah. Because when you have a passion and when you know what that passion is, that passion will absolutely lead you to your purpose.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
And the book that helped me realize a lot of this is called The Rhythm of Life. It's by Matthew Kelly. Okay. It's pretty short, pretty easy read, but I highly recommend it. Nice. And the other book that changed my life more than anything is called Mindset by Carol Dweck. Okay. It forces you to understand the difference between when you have a fixed mindset and when you have a growth mindset. And having a fixed mindset will hold you back in life. If you're not adopting a growth mindset, you're losing. Yeah. You are losing and you're not growing. Yeah. And so this book gives you specific examples between business, between family, between friends, all these different parts of your life, and they give specific examples of, is this you, is this you, is this you, right? So you choose 1, 2, 3, 4, what do you resonate with most?
Gotcha.
And it forces you to put yourself
on
the inside of the box, but look at yourself from the outside.
Gotcha. That's awesome.
It is so awesome
Yeah.
because you can't avoid it. Like,
Yeah.
I love that.
Awesome. That's worth it. That's worth the step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend those two books.
Yeah.
And in regards to meditating, Headspace for me was really what started to get me able to meditate on my own.
Okay.
I think at first people have a really challenging time with meditating,
Yeah.
and yes, it's really hard because
Yeah.
I think people believe that it's turning everything off. And it's not meditation.
Yeah.
Meditation is focus.
Yeah.
It's being aware of your surroundings, aware of your breath, which is something I'll talk about as well in a second.
Yeah.
And making you aware of when you divert your attention elsewhere and teaching you how to bring your attention back.
Okay.
So you stop getting distracted and you start focusing.
Yeah.
And Headspace was really what started to get me to really understand that focus and how to have it.
Gotcha.
So now I will take during the day if I'm having a stressful time or if I'm sitting in my car, which is for me my safe place,
Yeah.
I'll just focus on taking 10 breaths and focus on nothing other than the rising and falling of my belly button.
Gotcha. Okay.
So meditation, journaling, movement is huge, but functional movement is really important. Sunlight is huge.
Yep. That's 100%.
So if you're not, do you know Dr. Cruz? Are you familiar with him?
Maybe. Yeah.
Really, really awesome guy. He
Yeah.
talks a lot about the benefits of sunlight, why it's so important.
Yep.
Talks about the impacts of EMF, electromagnetic frequencies, and
Okay.
fields, radiation.
Yeah.
Really great guy. Highly recommend looking into him.
Nice.
Again, Dr. Cruz, Kruse.
Gotcha.
But he talks about sunlight and how being outside and getting sunlight, vitamin D, between the hours of sunrise and 10 a.m. is
Yeah.
the most important time to be outside.
Gotcha.
Without sunglasses is ideal,
Uh-huh.
but for some people that have sensitive eyes, just being outside and having the sunlight hit their skin is
Yeah.
beneficial.
Yeah, definitely.
So I do that every morning as well for myself, and these are all
Nice.
steps that you guys can take to help
Exactly.
improve your mindset, improve your health, decrease your pain. I talked about breath.
Yeah.
Breath is everything. Breath is the foundation of everything.
Yeah.
Not just breathing, right?
Uh-huh.
You need breathing to sustain yourself,
Yeah.
but breath will take you from a fight or flight place to a rest and digest.
Gotcha.
So when you're zoomy, when you're anxious, when you can't calm down,
Yeah.
if you can use your breath and just focus on taking 10 slow, deep breaths,
Yeah.
that'll bring your nervous system from a state of excitement to a state of relaxation.
Gotcha. Okay.
On top of that, your breath and your diaphragm are the foundation of your strength.
Okay.
Your diaphragm connects to your spine.
Yeah.
And our spine stabilizes us and it allows us to be upright and to walk and to be mobile.
Yeah.
So the way I like to explain it is your diaphragm, which is what is expanding and contracting while you're breathing, it's the foundation of your pyramid.
Yeah.
You can't get to the third, the fourth, or the fifth step if you're not going to take step number 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's a big part of what I focus on with my clients is teaching them the importance of the diaphragm, how to breathe, and through that breath, not only are they gaining strength, but they're improving their mental state.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah.
Just helping them fly better.
That's all we want you to do is help you fly better.
Yeah.
But no, it's all steps that you guys can take now. And they're not these giant drastic steps where you have to go out and do something. It's like you can do this right now in the chair you're sitting in. And it's
20 minutes a day.
at your
That's all you need.
fingertips. Exactly. It's at your fingertips. Before I tell them where to find you, or I ask you where they can find you in all these different ways. This entire video, you've explained to us your growth. Tell us, what are your life goals? So they have an idea when they're writing their goals down after this video. Do they start small, or do they just life goals and just go for it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us, what are yours?
Well, talking about life goals, it's important to start small.
Yeah.
Something that really fuels me and drives me to be better is learning and growing. I always want to be a better me. And that's what really fuels me to reach these goals that I have, is the capability of growing and learning about me every single day. And I have some really large goals.
Yeah.
And which is definitely a good thing.
Yeah.
Right now I'm working on one of them. I am currently in the process that's almost done, actually. I have created an online program for helping you understand how to heal your lower back pain and your sciatica, which is really, really awesome. There's so much amazing detail that I have put into this program.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to do this all online. I will be there supporting the clients that do take the program. They will have group talks with me, with other people that are experiencing similar issues. But this has been a goal of mine for a while, and I'm really excited that it's almost done.
That's awesome.
And a goal of mine has always been to live abroad.
Nice.
And through networking and through opportunities that have come about, I finally have that ability. So this August, I'm actually going to be moving to Spain to learn under an amazing doctor, Dr. Mikkel Hoff. He is an incredible man. He actually is the creator of ANF therapy that you see here on my face. So this is a wearable frequency therapy. I actually brought some for you to try today.
Yeah.
I brought you a mental focus disc.
That's this one.
Which you got here.
Yep.
And what this is it's going to improve your focus, improve your mental state. Actually, let me see the back of this one.
Yeah, go for it.
This is the calming disc. This is the mental focus disc.
Okay.
So that's the mental focus.
Gotcha.
The best place to wear it is here on the temple.
Okay.
It is similar to Adderall. There's no toxins, there's no chemicals, there's nothing in this disc other than a neural frequency.
Okay.
So you can wear this for 72 hours. If you take it off, it's like pressing pause on your DVR.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Yeah.
And so just subtract how long you've worn it from that total of 72.
Yeah.
There's no contraindications.
Yeah.
There's nothing bad that these discs can do to your body.
Yeah.
But they help your body heal, and they retrain your system how to heal itself, which is the most amazing part about it.
This is all it is, guys. Now, I asked this question when Leah gave this to me. Is it as simple as just putting it there?
Yeah, that's that simple.
Simple as that. So, as I put this on right now, tell them how can we get in touch with you?
Absolutely.
Where can we find you?
So I will be here in Massachusetts in Foxborough for the next couple of months. You can find me at mindbodywithleah.com. As I do move towards Spain, I'm going to be looking at grad school, which is also another goal of mine. And my ultimate goal, which is something that I think you're going to really love to be a part of moving forward, is to create a holistic healing center. So I want a retreat space where people can come and better their health, their mindset. But I want this to be outside of the United States. I want this to be a place where people can come and stay and join as a community, be a part, and learn to make themselves better, healthier, and pain-free.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in any of the info that I'm giving you, you can find me at mindbodywithleah.com. You can also email me. It's leah@mindbodywithleah.com. And you can also find me on Facebook and Instagram, Mind Body with Leah. And I do have a Facebook page. It is Pain Free Living with Leah. That is a great community of people that are looking for more information about how to heal their pain, how to get better. I share a lot of private, really awesome, great info there. So you can definitely add yourself to that group there. And I'm here to help you and to help you help yourselves. And I just want to be a catalyst to the best human being that you possibly can be.
Yeah. It's incredible. It's incredible. Guys, I hope this message meant something to you today. I'm so glad Leah was able to join us. Guys, take the time after this video to put the effort into everything we went over. If you have to rewatch the video, if it didn't pump you up enough as it is right now, rewatch it, because I'm pretty amped up just hearing Leah's story.
This is awesome.
And I hope you are too. Leah, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. I really appreciate you having me.
Yeah.
And I hope that by being here, I can maybe inspire some of you to really want to take control of their lives.
Yeah.
And be a better you.
Exactly. Enjoy, guys. Be a better you.
You know I've been around and doing it, but now it's my time to shine and start proving it. I'm losing it, I'm moving it. The city is where I'm made.